Hi Amy, thank you for letting me take a look at your video, your serve video. I'm going to go ahead and go just a little more in depth than what we did in class last time that we had a lesson. So we're going to go ahead and watch it first. We were talking about a couple of things. The two main things we were looking at were the knee bend, bending the knee to prepare, and then at contact point hitting up really high on the ball, as high as you can. So here is your serve. Watch it now a few times. And go back to your serve. I want to compare your serve at a couple of key spots, if I can. Here we go. At a couple of key spots, just to kind of show you a little bit more kind of what I'm talking about. So we've got three main, I'm going to pause it right here. Right about there. We have got three main spots on the serve, three main things to think about. So we've got first one, here we go. First step is the preparation. How do you prepare? And this is what step one looks like. I have myself here as an example. Here's me as an example. The serve that this is about 125 or 30 miles an hour. On the preparation, what I wanted to look at most was the knee bend on yours. If you take a look here, you did a pretty good job on this one, where this knee is bent, this knee is rather straight, that leg rather is rather straight. With the preparation, if you could bend your knees more like this, and perhaps bring this knee forward, so they're both facing, your knees are both facing in the right direction. They're both pointing in the right way, because you're going forward with this one. If you could do that, if you could bend more, then that would absolutely add some power to your serve. So that's step one. When you're preparing a deeper knee bend, you're going to feel it in your legs. It is, it's going to be something that makes you sore the first couple of times you do it maybe. But you're going to get a lot more free points off the serve, a lot more unreturnable serves, better serves. Your doubles partner is going to thank you because it'll make their job really easy at the net. Because preparing and loading that energy right down here allows you to explode more up into the ball. So that's step one. Step one is prepare, and that's what I'd recommend that you do there. Step two, let's see here, is the contact position. So we're going to go ahead a little forward and see if we can get it. There it is. Okay, contact position. So when we compare the two, there we go, contact positions, this is step two, where you're making contact with the ball. And as you can see, the upper body, you want it in as straight a line as possible. What that does is allows all the energy to go straight through the body and into the ball. You see the ball making contact right here. All that energy goes straight up into the ball and also forward. You don't want to be straight up like this. You want to be moving forward. So this is the right way to do it, and this is the wrong way to do it. So I do like very much how you are going forward. That is good, very good. But what I would like to see a little bit more of is this arm. I'm going to erase this real quick. This arm is bent a bit, and your entire body is facing the right direction. If your arm simply continued that line, you wouldn't be hitting the ball here. You'd probably be hitting the ball up here. And this spot here, is a much better angle to hit it from because you're hitting it higher. You can hit it, you have more space to get it over the net and in the box by hitting it up higher. So this is where we want to be, right up here. And how do we do that? The most pivotal way to do that is to straighten that arm like it is straight right over here. Right over here. how that arm is straight up. We want to get your arm going straight up and making contact up here. So that's step 2, contact. So when we are, just to refresh, when we are preparing, we want a deeper knee bend. Or some people like to think of it as squatting lower. You want to squat down and really load up that energy. When we're making contact, we want this straight line like this. And then finally, let's go to the finish. Oh. So step 3, the finish, is a little bit more of a continuous motion where you're going from the contact point and then through, and you want to finish actually exactly like that. I'm going to show you just for comparison the finish here. The only difference that I would note is that in this case, on this serve, you've actually done a better job of finishing, of getting the arm all the way through. And your shoulders are wonderfully rotated. You can see how this shoulder is facing that way, where if you go back to the beginning of a shot, I'm going to show you here. See how this is the serving shoulder. That shoulder is facing that way, and then when you go to the finish, the serving shoulder is facing the other way. So you've done a complete 180, and that's exactly what you've done here. Is you've done a complete 180 with your shoulders. Fantastic. The only thing that I would note is that you'll see here how the wrist, even at the the end of the shot, is a little more snapped over than your wrist. This might be hard to tell, and you may be doing this, but once you've made contact straight up here, you want to immediately break your wrist over. Immediately. That's going to give you a lot of pop and bounce on the ball. So that's pretty much it. All in all, you have a very good motion. We just want to add in a couple of little things in closing. There we go. We just want to add a little bit here, a little bit more of a knee bend. When we're making contact, we want to be straight up like this. That's step 2. And then step 3, we want to snap that wrist as much as possible. But you have a fantastic serve, Amy. Feel free to check out sample videos and instruction on the Zimmer Tennis website. Here we are, and it is live and for your viewing. Thanks very much. Talk to you soon.